guys, what's up? So thought I'd do a quick recap on this SKR 1.3 install. Some of the issues I had installing it, and hopefully this will help some other people while they're let the troubleshoot so long. All right, so I have a picture of the SKR board in front of me, and pretty cool board. I mean, it's printing great. It's super quiet, man. I can't even hear it. So, like, my garage is on the other side this way, and I used to be able to hear the actual stepper motors, the anet stepper motors. Like, I can hear the printer in my garage, but now I can't even hear it. Even like when I walk in the garage, it's so quiet I can't even hear it with those trinamic drivers. But let me show you a couple different things. It took me a couple hours to figure out. But all right, so the first thing is I was coming from an anet board. My printer originally was an anet E10, but with the E10 board or the standard anet board, the fan pins here. Hopefully you can see my mouse. I'm right here. The fan pins, the polarity is reversed. So the positive and the negative are backwards. So my one fan wouldn't even spin, and the other one was spinning the wrong way. So I took out the connector, and I just was able to move the wires around and got the fans to go. But yeah, I got some filament stuck in my Titan extruder. That was a nightmare. If you've ever messed with that extruder, you got to take the whole extruder apart just to get the whole thing. It's kind of a nightmare. But okay, and then the other thing too is the end stops. So this actually took me this is actually what took me a while to figure out. Was on the anet board, I actually mentioned this in a previous video, but on the anet board, the end stop is a positive trigger. So on the anet board, I think it's also the same way with the Creality, but the two outside pins are used. So this is the positive, and it sends a positive signal back to the signal, back to the board, the pin. Whereas by default, the SKR is using a ground trigger. So so when the end stop is activated, it sounds like ground pulse instead of a positive 5-volt pulse. So that took me a while to figure out. And let me come back here. All right, so and also the MKS 3.2 or MKS TFT 32 actually worked on this aux port without a problem. I could run all the commands, no issues. Another thing too was a Z. I got a Z splitter, and that was right here. And you saw in my other previous video, the little splitter thing. But another guy commented that I could take this E1 and convert it into a stepper motor driver too. So instead of using it for the extruder, I could take it in a Z. But my thought behind that was, if the current wasn't exact on both stepper drivers, then you could maybe get the motors out of sync, so one would go faster than the other, like that. So that was the reason why I kind of decided to. I think it would be better to have the single motor or single output with the splitter. That way, the current's exactly the same for both motors. So, all right, what else? Okay, and so also, I'm not getting the, for some reason, so far I can't get Octoprint to work with this thing. It connects and I can run some commands, but then it disconnects. I get like a timeout. So, yeah, so I can't even use my Octoprint because it just times out. So I still haven't really thoroughly troubleshooted that yet, but that's the next thing. But besides that, it works great. The BLtouch worked out of box, and also, since we're talking about that, some other guy had mentioned in the comments that I don't need to define the servo pin when I'm enabling BLtouch in the Marlin configuration. Like it's somehow automatically already defined as servo 0. So you might not even need to enable the servo pin, which I did in my previous video. But cool, man. Cool printer board. I might take, I still have an SKR 1.1 board that I have to use, and I'm going to put it in my printer bot, but I'm not sure. For $20, I might just buy another SKR 1.3 because, I mean, I love that direct stepper, control via the motherboard, no extra wires. So, but cool board. I mean, hopefully this helps a couple people, whatever. But like I said, the hardest thing was the trigger, the end stops. So, all right.